month of February, a large military coup broke out within the country of Myanmar, stripping hundreds of innocent civilians over their lives, especially protesters and freedom fighters, to gain back power from what the military had seized. However, this event that has struck such a great catastrophe within the country of Myanmar has gained great international attention from the European Union, as well as the United States and China and numerous other countries alike. Many have aided them and shown their support for the Myanmar civilian government, while others have remained silent, relatively silent, in comparison to the reactions of other countries. However, regardless of the reaction of the country, international attention is still greatly being placed on military coup in Myanmar. So, when posed with today's question, are events surrounding the military coup in Myanmar at risk of losing international attention? And the answer, as we can clearly see, is no, for three main reasons. First, a continuation of conflict. Second, the foreign support of an elected government. And finally, long-term consequences. To begin, events surrounding the military coup in Myanmar are not at risk of losing international attention because of the continuation of the nature of the conflict. To begin, the severity and time frame show this. Historically, according to the Center of Foreign Relations, Myanmar has suffered decades of repressive military rule, civil war, and poverty as a result of economic and social isolation caused by the military forces. In 2011, leadership was transferred to the civilian government of Aung San Suu Kyi that was transferred, and as a result, the military had a decrease in power. However, they still remained controlling over some parts of the government. However, in February 2021, the military once again relaunched a coup to fight back and gain more power, which has thrown civilian leaders into house arrest. Because of the severity of this conflict, as well as the long-lasting time frame of it, it is not at risk of losing international attention and is unfortunately only worsening. According to the NPR News, on April 11th of 2021, 700 civilians have been killed, and over 40 children have been included in this unfortunate event. In addition, these protesters are interrupting their school, jobs, and work in order to do this, which has contributed to a decrease within the Myanmar economy and social class. Because of the nature of the continuation of the conflict, events surrounding the military coup in Myanmar are not at risk of losing international attention. Second, foreign support for the civilian government show the other countries in the international community will not back down from this. According to the director of the United States Treasury Office of Foreign Assets, they state that we will continue to stand with the people of Burma through United States sanctions, as well as other forms exerting political, social, economic, and environmental control over Myanmar. This will exacerbate their already struggling economy that has been propelled by the military rule. And this will strike the military hard, creating an international spotlight on the events that are occurring in Myanmar, and hopefully lessening the burden as well as strength of the military rule within the country. In addition, according to Reuters, the European Union will also target military conglomerates and is not alone within the United States doing this as well. By stopping investment in banks, we will be able to dismantle many of the systematic oppressions within the military rule in the country of Myanmar. In addition, according to the NPR News, on February 6, 2021, lethal force will be used to do this, such as, according to the Washington Post, a $1.6 billion cut in many problems of the Myanmar economy, which is sure to paralyze it and draw increased attention to the military coup and the country. So because of the foreign support for the elected government, events surrounding the military coup in Myanmar are not at risk of losing international attention. Finally, the long-term and chronic consequences of the Myanmar coup for many years and decades to come will cease to draw attention away from it. The system benefits the military, according to an article written by the BBC, and it isolates non-Chinese international partners, continuing to draw tensions between the Western and the Eastern world, as well as showing a clash in values. In addition, it will harm communist interests and result in an increase in problems within the society. In addition, protests such as these that are seen are continue to show an increase, as well as economic benefits will decrease, and an increase in civilian resistance will continue to occur, pressuring and exerting increased tensions on the military coup in Myanmar to back down from this stance of power. In addition, it will strain Western relations greatly, especially within countries who do not side with America. The long-term consequences in both the state of Myanmar, as well as the echoing effects to the later community in the greater community of the international world, will not decrease attention from the military coup. So, when posed with today's question, are events surrounding the military coup in Myanmar at risk of losing international attention? The answer is an overwhelming no, through first, continuation of conflict, second, foreign support for elected government, and finally, long-term consequences. While times may seem as bleak as ever with the military coup and other events occurring in Myanmar, there is still indeed hope if foreign countries are able to aid and support.